Hello, Archdeacon Mitch here. I'm not wearing my collar because I'm going to talk about martial arts today. And also, it's 6 a.m. and I'm getting ready to go train, and so I'm wearing my clothes for martial arts training. So, let's talk a little bit about sex, gender, and self defense. So, 99% of all rapes are committed by men. 98% of all homicides are committed by men. 90% in the U.S. The more developed the country is, the more it skews towards, the less it skews towards being male because of development, education, and so forth. 87% of robberies are committed by men, and 77% of all assaults are committed by men. Now, what this means, if you are a woman, is that if you are walking down the street and you are being followed by a man, then you should be concerned. If you're being followed by a female, then you should still be concerned, but you should be much more concerned if you are being followed down the street by a man. Now let's add in some other sex differences. By mass, in other words, pound by pound, men are 2.4 times stronger than women, pound for pound. But men are about 15 to 20% larger than women. And so if you multiply this out, men are about 3 times, the average man is about 3 times stronger than the average woman. Okay? Now, if you are a female, there is about a 96% chance that you are going to be assaulted in your lifetime. Some women have been assaulted multiple times. This includes harassment of various kinds. But even if you take out just harassment, where you'll be verbally, someone will say something or something like that, if you take that out, you still have about a 50% chance that it will be physical in nature. All right? So you are going to be assaulted. At some point in your life, there is an excellent chance, if you're a female, that you are going to be assaulted by a man. All right? You're going to have to be prepared. Ladies, you need to be prepared for this. Now, if you are a female, then you need to be prepared for it mentally and then also prepared for it physically. Now, if you think that you can just scratch his eyes and then you can knee him in the groin and then this man is going to just magically fall down, then you are kidding yourself, because that's not true. And you're going to have to learn a number of different things. You're going to have to learn how to be strong in that situation mentally. You're going to have to learn how to present yourself, maintain distance. There's a lot that goes into the physical aspect. But you're also going to have to learn how not to be a victim in terms of your body language. And you're going to have to learn to be more aware. But here's the thing. You can't turn awareness on and be vigilant all the time. It will make you will descend into paranoia, and it will not work. There is a mind, body, spirit triangle. Mind, body, and spirit are one. So in order for you to be a female who is aware without being hypervigilant and paranoid, who is strong without being belligerent, you can actually get yourself into more confrontations by having a belligerent attitude, right? So there are certain things that you can do. Now, this is fun to read about. So in many of the conflicts that the United States has gotten itself into in the Middle East, certain facts came out when the military studied which soldiers were most able to spot the insurgents or and tell insurgents that were on our side versus fighters from the other side in Afghanistan and Iraq and places like that. They also found out that certain soldiers were better at spotting roadside bombs and things that didn't fit. And it turned out that the guys who had been involved in scouting, who had been hunters, who had been engaged with their environment, who were hikers and did outdoor activities, far outperformed the other guys. And they even outperformed the guys that played lots of video games. You would think if you played lots of video games that you would learn how to spot things in the environment. But it turns out that if you play lots of video games, you're just really good at playing video games. It doesn't translate to real life aptitude. So here at Heritage Arts, we teach outdoor skills, self-defense, fitness, and spiritual development. Now, if you're a guy, you might ask yourself, well, what does any of this have to do with me? Well, it has a lot to do with you, because men, you are the problem, okay? If you would just stop, then things would be a lot better. But here's the problem, guys. You're not going to just stop, and you're going to have to confront the monster that is inside of you. One of the ways that you can do that is by studying martial arts and by going to church. Fortunately, Heritage Arts can help you with that. Men, if you think that you're not capable of these things, then you're kidding yourself. And you need to get ready for the challenge. Because the challenge is coming. You're going to get mad. Okay? A woman is going to say no. And are you going to be the good guy, or are you going to be the bad guy? Now, if you tell yourself, oh, I would never do that. I would never assault someone. I would never. Let me explain something to you. Now, I don't want to go completely off the deep end, but remember this. 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. And a lot of run-of-the-mill, average German soldiers pulled a lot of levers on a lot of gas chambers. And I'm sure a lot of those guys said, I would never pull the lever on women and children in a gas chamber. But they did. There's a test coming, gentlemen, if it hasn't already. Maybe the test already came. Maybe you failed it. If you want to get ready for the Olympics, then you go to a gymnasium and you get a coach. And that's how you win the gold medal, all right? That's how you face an athletic test. If you want to face a moral test, then you go to the gymnasium, and it's called the church. And you find yourself a coach, and that's called a priest or a pastor. So anyway, that's my story about sex, gender, and self-defense. Let Heritage Arts help you, whether you are male or whether you are female. Thanks for watching. Take care.